All righty, everybody. Welcome once again to another edition of Stogie411. I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr. Michael Williams. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm peachy, man. I'm doing great. We got the boys from CigarChat back with us again, back from their trip there to Las Vegas. And what happened in Vegas isn't going to stay there. It's going to be live here on the show today. So if your wives are watching, you might want to mute them.
Even the herpes.
Even the herpes.
No, that's
Hey, you know what? I didn't think about that. Logan's sick. Maybe that's
Could
what you
be.
got, Logan. Case of the herpes.
Influenza herpes, man. It's messed up stuff.
So we got Robbie and Logan from Cigar Chat live here with us again. How's it going, guys?
It's going well for me. Logan sounds horrible, but I'm doing all right.
Stupendous.
Logan,
Yeah.
drink the water. It's like Mexico, man. You're not supposed to drink the water in Vegas.
Dude, apparently. I don't know, man.
You didn't wash your hands enough.
That's bullshit, man. I wash my hands everywhere I go. Dude, I'm like big on that, man.
Oh,
It never ceases to amaze me how many people just don't wash their hands.
Why are you looking?
Dude, I know somebody that after he touches you, washes his hands. After he shakes your hand, he washes his hands. People are ridiculous with the germs. But anyways. So, guys, what's going on? What's new? We know there's so much going on over there at the Cigar Federation, Cigar Chat. You got this online. You got the store. You're selling stuff. You own Cigar Federation. You got all kinds of stuff going on. So, talk to us about it. Tell us about it. Whoever
like a
wants
Logan
to. I don't know. Whichever one you want to fight over.
No. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. So, yeah, I mean, as you guys know, for the last probably, 19 months or so, we've been managing Cigar Federation, which was originally owned by Chris and Kyle of Design Cigar. And, we've been managing it. They've had no involvement. They came to Rob and us a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's been about a month ago, a little more than that. Asked us, if we wanted to buy the site.
Yep.
And was able to work out where I was able to buy Cigar Federation from them. And yeah, I mean, the rest is kind of history, man. I mean, the store is still going to be there. I mean, we have really no involvement in the store whatsoever other than, hey, man, we should really pick up this cigar because, hey, everybody wants it.
Yep.
But that's going to be managed through Delaware Cigar. Think of it kind of like cigar.com,
Yep.
kind of similar thing. But yeah, man, I mean, it's going awesome, man. I mean, we've got our shows. We just started a new show called Sharing Our Pairings, where we're talking about pairing cigars, alcohol, coffee, beer, spirits, all types of cool shit, food. So yeah, man, it's been busy. It's quickly becoming a full-time job.
Yeah, I was talking to Mike, and I was thinking about that the other day, and I know how much, we only do it twice a month, and with a full-time job and raising a family, I'm like, man, I don't know how the hell these two guys are doing it, because no way would I put that much time in. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, hanging out with people, talking, enjoying cigars, talking to manufacturers, guys like yourself, but no way, man, could I put the much time in it that you guys do. So I give you kudos for that. And I also think you're fucking crazy for doing that much, but I give you kudos for it. That's what
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
man.
say.
You know how I do it?
Oh,
Secret.
God.
Adderall.
Adderall.
60 milligrams a day, bro. That shit'll get you popping.
Well, you might want to take a little extra, take care of that little mild case of herpes you got going on.
Hey, man, that man, the herpes, man, they just get in the Adderall and they start working fast, like start vacuuming real quick, man. It's messed up. Well, let's not talk about herpes anymore.
All right, let's get on. What are you guys smoking? Let's talk about that.
I think it's a good idea. Logan, what are you smoking?
Well, I'm not really smoking anything, Rob, because I've apparently got a very serious ear infection.
I'm not penicillin.
I got some amoxicillin shit, and apparently that's like next level shit. But
that'll clean you out.
If I was smoking, the cigar that I would want to smoke based on what I saw from the trade show that I haven't gotten to smoke yet, and I'm very interested to try, would be the Ortega Series D Black. Because I'm a big fan of everything Eddie's done, except for, no offense, Eddie, the heavy duty, because I just don't get down on big ring gauges. But everything Eddie's done, I've loved. The natural, I mean, just love it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very interested to see where, and I mean, I've bought boxes of the Series D Maduro, and I'm very interested to see, because Eddie's like, this is kind of a step back in body and strength. It's more of a, not the other cigars were not flavorful, but he goes, this is a really big play where it wasn't necessarily strength and body, but it's all flavor. And I'm very, very interested to see if I like that cigar.
Cool.
So,
what about you, Rob?
smoking the Hoya Red.
Yeah.
Fired one of these up at the show. Did we smoke that? We smoked that on day 1 or day 2, Logan? I can't remember.
I think it was. I don't know. I smoked.
I think it was day 2. I think it was day 2. That was when we interviewed Juan and the audio got a little jacked up. But smoked it on day 2, and it was like the third cigar I smoked that day, and so I didn't really know what was going on with it. I'm smoking it today on a semi-fresh palate, and I'm getting a little more out of it than I did last time. It's pretty medium through and through. I mean, there's so far it's pretty standard. I mean, nothing's really jumping out at me, but you know, I'm only about half an inch in, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference with a Hoya Red, and I smoked it, and I talked to Juan Martinez a little bit about the show. It's a far departure from anything Hoya's ever done ever.
For sure.
Like literally, their advertisement says "strong as balls." Like it's no joke. I mean, their shit will kick you in the face. Like even when I smoke a dark Corojo, that shit will punch me in the face, and I'm a junkie, and it'll mess you up. But this doesn't even have any Ligero in it, which I was completely surprised.
No Ligero.
No Ligero, just a high priming Secco, he said. And he goes, it's a far departure from what we've ever done. So when I smoked, it wasn't on a clean palate. I think it's going to be one of those cigars that you're really going to have to pay attention to. It's kind of like, I would compare it kind of to a Four Kicks, right? A Four Kicks, if you just smoke and you're not paying attention, you're going to be like, this is kind of like, eh. But if you actually sit back and pay attention to it and really focus on it, it's a damn good cigar. So, I don't know. Don't listen to the sick guy. I don't know shit. Continue.
You just say it with conviction.
There you go. Yeah.
I just did, man.
You did. I bought it. I bought all of it.
I like
There you go. Now, I mean, brought up about the show. What did you guys see that really sparked your interest this year at IPCPR, other than what the cigars you just mentioned?
So it was funny because we had Jonathan Drew ask us the exact same question. Like, you know, what's the coolest shit that you saw? And I'll tell you my 2 things, and I'll let Rob say his. First off, what? That I'm allowing you to go?
No, I
Gave permission to like that.
Hey, man, I will straight bag up some of this phlegm and send it straight to your house in an envelope and shit, and like anthrax your ass, man.
He did say he isn't his brother's keeper. That's all I know.
I did say that. I go, hey, here, let's continue, bro.
That's biological warfare. That's.
Yeah, you don't want none of this herpes.
No, don't keep that shit to
yourself.
yourself.
We were interviewing, and first of all, you can check all of our IPCPR coverage if you just go to youtube.com/Cigar Federation, and on that page, go down to you'll see IPCPR. We have like 80 videos we've done over different brands, so check those out. But the 2 things that I thought were just mind blowing is with La Gloria Cubana. I'll be honest, I don't smoke a lot of their stuff. And, you know, they do the trunk show with the smokable bands. We had that, which was really cool. And I thought it was cool because, one, the band literally looked like a band. Like, it wasn't like a joke. Like, we actually had to get one out to look at it. But what blew me away is they have this box, and they do kind of kind of like a lot of people do chapter 1s and stuff like that. Well, they're doing their chapter 3 and 4 this year, and the box is red and black, and it hooks together, and it's kind of a yin and a yang thing. Well, during the interview, he pulled that shit apart. And then he put it back together. So literally, there's 2 boxes, but it looks like one it's magnetized. Dude, that shit tripped me out big time. It was awesome. I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. And then the next thing was the Amazon Basin from CAO. And, you know, I haven't got to smoke this cigar yet. I know Rob did. But literally, they use the vein from a tobacco leaf as the band. But when you pull that cigar out, it literally smells like raisins and dates. Like, it's fucking unreal. Like, I kind of liken it to the first time you've ever smoked kind of a KFC cigar or with fire cured. You get that smell and you're like, holy shit, this is like complete departure from what I've ever smelled in a cigar ever. That's what the CAO Amazon Basin was for me. And the funny part is Rob and I couldn't figure out, was it Amazon Basin? I'm like, dude, is it Amazon Prime, Amazon.com? I couldn't remember the damn name of the cigar forever, but anyway, so those are 2 things for me. There's a lot more, but 2 things that really stood out for me. Rob, go. Thank you.
Thanks, boss. Yeah, that Amazon Prime is or Amazon shit. Amazon Basin. Damn it. I do like Amazon Prime though. But the Amazon Basin, like, it smells so strong. I stored it, and when I brought it home, I put it in its own separate bag. I didn't want to put it with the rest of the cigars. I mean, it's not infused, but it just smells so strong. And yes, I did smoke it, but that was like cigar 7 or 8 of that day, and I couldn't tell you anything about it at all. But I mean, the burn was good. I remember that, but the flavors, I had nothing. I mean, I was toasted by then. And I think it's funny that we interviewed 90 or so different cigar manufacturers, and the thing that stands out most to Logan is a box. That's
Damn
funny
it was
to me.
magnetized, dog. Like it was magic.
It was like you're like a little
awesome.
kid,
You
dude.
could tell
It was
Logan did it
shiny
for
and it
free, right?
moved and it changed
It's like a tech
shapes.
thing.
Hey man.
No, there was a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna have to stop talking about this company at some point because I won't shut
You're
up
like
about them.
all up with their junk.
No, Warp
kinda sexy.
Cigars is really the one that stuck out with me. I had seen them. They made a pretty strong push leading up to the show on social media, Instagram, Facebook, places like that. So I was really eager to try their stuff, and I like the look and everything. And met the owner Kyle, and he's a really cool dude. And smoked the La Colmena, which is their second release. It's got the honeycomb on the band, or something, the kind of a version of a honeycomb.
Honey bad.
And that cigar was so damn good, man. I really didn't want to smoke it during the show, but luckily I was on a relatively fresh palate and smoked it during our interview, and it was really, really good. I had to go back and beg and plead for one more just so I could review it because I know it's going to be one of my top cigars of the year. And they've also got their initial release was El Oso, the bear. You guys may have seen the band's got a little bear head on it. We've got one of those we're going to review as well. And they also released a new cigar at the show. So a brand new company. They have 3 cigars already. Flor de Valle, the Flower of the Valley. It was kind of cool. If you went by their booth, they gave you like a Willy Wonka style golden ticket, and you had to come back on, I think it was Monday.
Did I get one of those?
You
I
got
don't
the
think
ticket.
so.
I don't know if you got the
I've
cigar.
got
Yeah.
two. You didn't get one.
I know.
I don't know if you got the
I
cigar or
was
not.
meandering, walking around. Rob's out there fucking
Yeah, that was
yanking
when
in
you
the corner
disappeared.
over this company.
That was when
Anyways,
you
I know, man.
disappeared. But no, they've got the 3 releases. I just liked. Kyle was just a cool guy. I mean, went back and talked to him a few times, and
He had a good beard.
on the last he did have a good beard. On the last day of the show, he was asking us if we had interviewed a couple of different companies. I said, I don't know anybody over there. And he's like, oh, let me introduce you. And he walked us over there. But it was, I mean, literally to the opposite side of the show floor, which, I mean, the show was like 13 acres or some
18
crazy
acres.
number, like
18.
it's something crazy. So it wasn't like he just walked us around the corner. It was all the way to the opposite side. So I think that tells you a lot about his character. So anyway, they stuck out to me a lot. What else?
The Drew Estate Bridge was legit.
Yeah, Drew Estate, their booth. I mean, obviously they always go all out. There was a detail pretty much everywhere. There could have been a detail, and we did our final recap show the other day. Our conscious Canadian cigar surgeon, he pointed out that they had, and it didn't really occur to me. They had like 150 individually painted stinky ashtrays around the booth. And those were all done by Jesse and their crew. I mean, they were all hand painted.
Wow.
And the whole thing, I mean, they painted the whole thing. So, I don't know.
And all the murals on the outside, too, were all hand painted, too.
Yeah, everything was.
I mean, it was legit.
They had an upstairs. It wasn't upstairs. But
Dude, Brooklyn
it was,
Bridge, man.
Well, was it the Brooklyn Bridge or was it the Manhattan Bridge?
Listen. I know there's some people saying Brooklyn, Manhattan. I don't really know because I'm not from that side of the tracks. But I know Jonathan Drew is from Brooklyn. They always talk about Dumbo down underneath the Manhattan. Oh, I guess it is Manhattan Bridge overpass. So I'm fucking wrong. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. See, that's why you don't listen to anything I say. I'm so full of shit.
I think the thing with those bridges, I've never even been to New York, so what the fuck do I know? But we can curse on your show, right? Because we've just been tearing it up.
I've just been.
I don't care.
Okay, that's good. I've never been there, but the bridges look the same. So, but I guess people probably say that about the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge, which they don't.
It's just a bridge. I don't know.
So.
But hey, we have a
bridge.
question for you in the chat. Frankie wants to know. He said, awesome interview with Victor Vital, by the way. And he said, did you guys get to try Victor's new Connecticut blend? when you were at the show?
We
No,
did
he
not.
had he had that shit squirreled away, dude. We're not the people enough.
No, we smoked the or I smoked. I don't know if you did, Logan, or not.
No.
The new size of the Coyote Negro, which was his new release. He initially released that to the Cigar Federation Cigar of the Month Club last month,
Yes.
I think, in a torpedo size. And at the show, he released a 6x56, I think.
Yeah.
And in that size, I liked the torpedo. I liked
No,
it.
it was there
I
was
wasn't-
it was like 6x52 or something. And then there's a 7 by something too, right?
There's a 7x60, but I think it was a 6x56 or 54, something
Maybe.
like that.
Something.
But the torpedo was good. I thought it was good. It wasn't great. The Toro size was a lot better. I really liked the Toro size. So I'm hoping to get my hands on a couple more of those for review too.
He's a cool ass dude, man.
Victor's really cool, man. He's one of our favorites. When we had actually left, all like three of us were flying out of Vegas at the same time. We ended up flying out at the same time because Logan's plane got delayed a couple of times. But
Asshole.
we're sitting there having something to eat. I was the jackass who ordered a hamburger at the Mexican place, but it was actually pretty good. But I figure if they put it on the menu, I'll order it, right? I wanted a burger, but yeah, I got a couple of text messages from Victor because he just wanted to hang out and talk about the show and have a cigar, but we just couldn't do that. But
Was
yeah, Victor's one of
Armand
our
there?
favorites.
Armand Desante? Ah,
He was.
Yeah, if you watch our interview, he gives us a little video bomb at about the
Oh.
3-minute mark.
I love.
Yeah, he was really cool too. There were a lot of people who wanted some of his time.
Yeah.
Obviously. And when we were over there interviewing Victor invited us to sit down. He had a nice setup in his booth, real plush couches and things. We sat down and hung out, and Armand came over and chatted with us for a few minutes. Really gracious guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: with all the controversy over this whole, bloggers going to the IPCPR, did you guys notice any lack of representation, excluding yourself and other people who went, or do you think it was down from last year, or was there anything you heard or anything like that?
Are you talking about?
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
Overall,
Yeah, overall.
Just overall.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, I asked a few retailers that I know and a few manufacturers, and I think there's. I mean, obviously got a few retailers running scared and stuff. I mean, from what I heard, they said it's the biggest show they've ever had. Now I don't know if that's in terms of how many people attended,
Right.
the square footage of total booths sold, how many freaking cigar. I have no idea on that. I got the feeling. Rob and I have difference of an opinion, but the first couple days were popping. Days 3, I mean, the last day is just ghost fucking town. But the third day was really slow, and I got the feeling that it was really slow.
Okay.
But Rob has a competing theory.
Well, I'm actually going to answer the question that was asked.
That was a question.
He actually asked you about media representation. Not
Oh, no shit. I said,
Yeah,
God damn.
Logan, it's okay, buddy.
Just take another pill. Take another
let
pill.
Rob talk now.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Fuck it. Hand him my light work.
Rob, go ahead and answer the question that was asked.
Logan's a little bit wounded in the corner.
He's sick. I feel bad for him. I can't pick on him. He's sick.
This is fun. Oh, I can't. I see my window, man.
Man,
I'm going for
you
it.
guys missed the pre-show. He hacked up something I ain't never seen before come out of a human. So I feel bad for him.
In the ashtray, and ash came back on my face.
Oh, I'm glad I missed that.
He was crying, dude. He had to take his glasses off and shit.
Dude,
Oh,
it was
now
messed up,
I
bro.
feel like an asshole. That sounds horrible.
Thanks.
As far as media coverage, this is only my second show, so the only thing I can really compare it to is last year.
Yeah.
It felt like there were fewer people there. I mean, we went up and interviewed Matt Booth, and he said, you guys are the only people who cared enough to come over and interview me. So I don't know if that's a mechanism of fewer people being there, or people not wanting to go into the booth that they were in, or what, I don't know. But one thing I did notice was it was a lot more welcoming for us.
Yeah.
We were invited into booths that we weren't invited into last year. The folks at General were very, very gracious to us. We spent about an hour and a half in their booth, and they brought us, we had dedicated time with everybody, and so from that standpoint, I felt like we were received with open arms. Not that we weren't, the year before, but I don't know if it's a brand recognition thing or what, but we definitely felt, or at least I felt that we were welcomed.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was interesting, man, because like I had a lot of people telling me like, "Hey, you're the only video interview we've done," and I mean I know that there's a lot of media sites that I won't name them out loud that have been at the show year after year and are known for their coverage, and they decided to kind of opt out this year. And I mean, it was definitely a thing that was missed and noticed from the brands. So,
and I will tell you that doing video interviews in that room is a pain in the arse.
It is, dude.
It is not easy to do a video interview there.
Yeah, I bet. It's so loud, right?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it would be nice to get, what is it, 70,000, 80,000 people all be quiet for 2 minutes while I do an interview, but it's not going to happen.
Right. Right.
I mean, Logan's got some pull, but it's not that. He doesn't pull that strong.
Ain't like that, dog.
What's going on there, Mikey? You're looking around like a chicken with your head
Yeah,
chopped
we're
off.
good. People are saying about the volume is real low on everybody except for mine is real loud, and everything is
always loud.
adjusted where we should be about the same level right now. I boosted everybody to see if the audio coming through just wasn't boosted enough, but hopefully it's fixed now. I don't know. That's why I was.
There you go.
I can talk louder.
Yeah, I guess we all got
better?
to yell, and then when you yell, it's gonna be screeching because it's gonna go off the level.
Yeah, and then it'll
Everything's gonna be
block out.
popping. Either way, you're screwed. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's get off IPCPR. Let's talk more about what you guys are up to over there at Cigar Federation. So what's new, or what are the plans coming up besides Logan having a baby? Which congrats to Logan on
Thank
that.
you, man.
And what's new? What can people expect over there? I mean, you guys are doing so much. I don't know how much more you could really do besides quitting your jobs and doing this full time.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, we've got a lot of things in the works. Like, I'm not gonna like spoil the shit or anything, but I'll drop a couple of things. One thing that I know we're gonna probably be doing in the coming months is, we had a few conversations, and I think one thing that is kind of underserved is pipes. And let me be the first one to fucking say, I've never smoked a fucking pipe in my life. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But I mean, I think there is a kind of a subculture of people that are into that kind of stuff. So we kind of toyed around with the idea a little bit, and we're thinking pipe show, but the way we're thinking about spinning it is not like, hey, we're pipe geniuses, because obviously we're not, because I've never smoked a pipe at all, and doing it from a cigar smoker's perspective. You know what I mean? Kind of taking the cigar smoker's perspective on it. So that's something we're looking for. And a couple other things we want to do. One thing I know we're missing out on, we haven't done, is I got two things actually. One is a trade dashboard, because we do bombs and stuff, and right now it's a big pain in the ass trying to find a way to automate that and make that a little more regulated. But the big one that we've got coming up is we actually have our second annual Project Manana donation drive. Last year we raised about $5,800 for Project Manana. Actually purchased a large plot of land where they built their Hope Center and their nutrition center down in the Dominican Republic. This year we're going to be doing, I think it's kicking off here in a couple of weeks. I think it's like mid-August for a couple of weeks. I think it'll be 3 weeks where we'll be doing donations. We've already got, as of now, 10 boxes of cigars donated. Last year I think we had in total about 25. So we're trying to blow that out and trying to raise over $6,500.
Now, can you tell
So,
for people who don't know that are out there, can you tell them a little bit about the Project Manana and what's going on and how user?
Yeah, sure. So Project Manana is a 501c3 charitable organization that was started by Brian Berman, formerly of the CRA. He kind of just said, screw the world, I want to go help people. Moved down to the Dominican Republic with him and his wife. And they run, the name of the charity is Project Manana. If you just go to projectmanana.org, you can read all about it. But they really focus on nutrition and education for underprivileged children in the DR. So last year they were in the project of building kind of their nutrition center. So all the money that we raised actually went to buying the plot of land where the center is going to be. and this year they're working on another project, and I can get all the details out to everyone. But no, I mean it's super cool. It's I mean, hell, I'll tell you right now, if you donated, you have like a 5% chance of winning something. So if you had that good odds in the freaking lottery, fuck, I'd buy a lottery ticket. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was crazy last year. Like I remember, uh, everyone being like, oh, I was like, we need to raise $4,500, and everyone like Rob and Matt were like, you're an idiot. We'll raise.
I said 1,500.
You said 1,500. I go, if we raise 1,500, dude, we've got $10,000 worth of product here.
Right.
Like I'm gonna feel like an asshole.
Right.
And so we ended up raising 5,800. So Logan was right again. But I mean, it was just amazing how many cigar smokers, people in the community came out to support. All the money goes to their. I mean, we're just doing it because we love the organization. We love cigars. There'll be potentially 2 trips, minus airfare, a 4-day, 3-night. Yeah. Or is that the other way around? 3-day, 4. I don't know how that shit works,
Yes.
but down to the Dominican where you can go check out cigar factories, go visit Project Manana. So I'll look for in the coming weeks. We'll be lining it all
Nice,
out.
and
So
it'll all be on your website.
that's it, man.
You'll have all the information. You'll have links and all
Absolutely.
that stuff. So you guys just go over to cigarfederation.com. You can check everything out.
Yeah.
So how is
Donate
it
now.
being the owner now?
You mean the motherfucking CEO? Well, let me just say this. It's really no different every day because I boss Rob around every day anyways. No, I'm just kidding. But it was funny how many people, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Kenny Powers, K-Swiss, MF CEO commercial or the Lonely Planet Like a Boss video. Fuck, man, we need to play that shit because that shit is pure humor, man. But I got that video sent to me like probably 50 times the day we announced it. So, I mean, on paper, did I own Cigar Federation? Yes. But Cigar Federation is not me. Cigar Federation is all of our mods. I mean, Rob, Matt, Jared, Dustin, Catfish. Who am I missing? Tyler. And he's new, so he didn't fucking count. But without them, there would be no Cigar Federation. Without our members, there would be no Cigar Federation. So it's really it's what it is. And now when Rob's acting like an asshole, I can boss him around more. And I'll be like, you're fucking fired. But I'll never fire Rob because he's my best friend. And that's it.
I did not think that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What, best friend?
I think Logan's getting all his swear words out today because he can't say nothing over there.
Yeah, dude.
Not for the first 45 minutes.
He's getting it out really well. Logan,
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, man. I got all this built-up herpes in my face.
I understand. Listen,
that shit out.
I'm letting you flow, brother. I ain't saying a damn thing. I'm letting you let it flow.
Man, I appreciate it. If I need to stop, you just tell me. I'll back it off.
Don't worry. I'll just kick you off. Don't worry about it. I got control of you.
That'd be messed up, dog.
It would be, but it'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll just have Robbie on.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
It's going to be.
Yeah, everybody would be sleeping.
We're going to get another letter from the.
But I was curious about that.
Did you really get one?
Yeah.
You can't swear anymore. Yeah, okay.
I know.
Garbage.
You mentioned about like the first 45 minutes of your show, not swearing and everything else. Now, last time you were on, you were talking about the Armed Services Network. Yeah.
Armed Forces
Are
Radio
you
Network.
still doing that? And
Wow,
how's it
proud,
going,
man?
Yeah,
3.2. Yeah, 3. Rob, you talk about this.
we started with the AFRN back in October of last year. Still running strong. They play our show I think it's Wednesday night Pacific time, which is over in Afghanistan in that area. It's in the morning on Thursday, I think, or Wednesday, or I don't remember what the time difference was. And I think they play it on Friday and occasionally on weekends as well. And it's had a pretty good reach. I've noticed more followers on Twitter with armed forces type setups. We had when we were still running the store, we had some a lot of orders that were going to APOs and FPOs and things like that. Logan even had some people call him out at Cats.
Yeah, man, it was fucked up.
Yeah, because they really liked the show and they didn't even realize that you were the guy who was on the show.
It was weird, man, because they were like recently deployed. They were back from Cats. Were staying in line to say hi to Jonathan Drew.
Yeah.
And they obviously were military. I just rolled back and I asked them. I said, "Hey, you guys smoke cigars over there?" And we were just chit chatting. And they proactively brought up, "Yeah, man, there's a show over there on our Force Radio Network. This is fucking guy Logan. It's fucking hilarious, and his partner Rob is such a douche. No, they didn't say it like that.
That's exactly what they said.
But they did bring it up, and they're like, yeah, we listen to shit, we fucking love it. Those guys are hilarious. And I'm like, I'm Logan, right? And they didn't believe it. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, no, dude, that's fucking me, man. Like, and it was just, I mean, first of all, just very humbling that anybody gives a shit to watch our fucking bullshit, and that I could provide them an hour of humor. Just makes me very happy.
You should have said you were Rob, just to see what they.
I'd be like, I'm the douche, man.
Probably get punched in the face.
No, they'd sniff it out that I was way cooler in about 3 seconds and realize I was Logan.
Oh man, that's good though.
You ooze coolness.
I know. Hey, out my nose.
You're oozing something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed when you guys said about that last time. I'm glad that it's going good. It's nice to get something like that on a network like that, where with our armed forces, people here from the United States can actually have something that ties them back to home every now and then. I think it's great. So.
Yep. Thanks, man. No, we're just honored and humbled to even have the opportunity, because I mean, we're just a bunch of me and Robert as 2 derelicts just trying to have a good time, I'm glad people like it.
We can relate.
You're still quiet, Mike. Oh, there you are.
Me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Sounds good to me.
I got to yell into the fucking mic so you can hear me. I don't know what you're doing over there. Screwing up
that's
again.
Me.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Well, listen, I got a question I want to ask you, and I could be wrong, but I heard a little rumor that someone might be working with you guys on a cigar. Look, they're not saying nothing, and they're both got this dumb look on their face.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said, I heard a rumor, huh?
Well, I don't know, man. I think there might be a lot of people working on us. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
I
just
know
you're
one
talking
particularly.
about your boy.
One particularly.
You're talking about the hack.
I haven't smoked. We picked up a couple of samples. I almost smoked one for the show today, but I decided against it.
Yeah, so we're gonna be. So we've done. I mean, well, we have done. That's probably not the proper English, but I don't give a fuck because I'm sick. We had our first community cigar earlier this year in March. It was called the Cigar Federation Collective. It was done by Ezra Zion and Casa Fernandez. Great cigar, did very well, did it for the community, and we're trying to do another one. The idea was behind the Texicali with John Huber, Crowned Heads, was to do kind of a split of everything, me and Rob, right? Because we're obviously very different fucking people. And, Texicali, Texas, California, split it on the days between our birthdays, all this kind of splitting of shit.
Yep.
And it ain't going to work out because tobacco kind of drives the process, apparently. And it's not like Dell, where I work, where it's like timeline, everything gets hit. It doesn't work like that.
Manana.
So, yeah, it's always fucking manana. So we'll be doing it sometime, probably not in September. But, yeah, it is in the works. It's moving forward. I'm very excited. It's going to be cool stuff.
Very small batch.
Very small batch.
That's all right.
Now, is that'll be available on your website? Or is that something that's going to just be local or?
No, it'll be, we're still working out the details, right? So that'll most likely be sold through the Cigar Federation store. Kind of think of us, and I know a lot of people ask at the trade show, a lot of people ask, like, how is the store involved and all this kind of stuff? And think about it kind of like cigar.com, is like the people that run that community really have no involvement in the store. And yes, it sets on our subdomain, but it's ran by Delaware Cigar. Like, Rob and I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
And when we do this community stuff, if we can get it worked out, it'll be sold through Delaware because, believe it or not, obtaining a tobacco license is fucking impossible. And I don't really want to do that. So it'll be worked out where it'll be kind of like the dojo when they did their, did the dogma. Right? It was for them, but it was sold through Smoke Inn. Kind of the same thing.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Kicking it. I'm telling you.
More details to come.
You guys are going to have to quit your job soon. There's too much shit going on.
Shit, I might once the baby comes.
I think that's going to change a lot once the baby comes. Just remember, save the diapers. That's all I'm going to tell you after the show.
That's messed up.
Keeps you young. Just put a little under your eyes.
Yeah, little bit of that. Little dab will do you. You don't need the whole thing.
Like that eye black, man.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Keeps
Exactly.
the sun out of your eyes too. It's a dual thing. Keeps
Keep
you
the
young, man.
wrinkles away, keep you young.
Man, I already look like a bag of shit anyway.
Oh, all right. Well, without
Shit.
talking anything from IPCPR, what cigars have you guys been enjoying that have been out?
I've
You
been
know,
real negative. You go ahead,
y-
Rob. You go ahead.
I'll jump in because I've actually smoked a few just before the show that I really liked. In a stunning turn of events, I really liked the Angels Anvil. I never get excited about a Crowned Heads blend, but I was really excited about this one. No, that's a good cigar. I like that a lot. I I would really like it in a smaller Vitola. I mean, even if it was just in a standard Robusto, I think I would have enjoyed it more because that Churchill is just it's a commitment. But that was a good cigar. The the CBT from Christian over with the CLE, that triple Maduro. That's the highest cigar. That's the highest score I've given this year. I think I scored it a 94. It's pricey. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's like $10 for a Robusto. That's a pricey cigar, but goddamn, that is good. That is a really, really good cigar. Um, Anything else that I smoked that I like to get remember?
Let's get all the positive out now because Logan's just waiting to give all the negative.
Oh man, I'm just
looking forward
negative
to.
as fuck.
Those are the two that jump out at me. The stuff that I've smoked recently that I didn't really like. The big payback from Room 101. I wasn't a fan.
I second that.
When I know that they're getting into that price point because that's what like a $5 or $6 cigar.
Like $6.
But there are some. That's a sweet price point, and there are some really good cigars in that price point. You talk about the Illusione Rothschilds is a great smoke for $5.
Tattoo.
The Tatuaje tattoo is just blows all of them away at that price, if you ask me. That's a really good cigar. The Big Payback, I didn't really like it. And I think there are a couple from Atelier that are that price point, but I haven't smoked either of those.
Okay.
And what was the other one that I didn't like? The La Antigüedad from my father. That just didn't do anything for me either. Just I smoked 3 of them and had nothing.
What about you, Logan?
Man, this year for me has been just I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a negative person, but like there's been cigars that everyone has smoked and just absolutely loved, and I have not, just haven't hit one. And I'll say one. The Senora by Jose Blanco. Yeah, you're looking at me crazy. Everybody loves that cigar. I don't know. It is.
That's all right.
I love Jose.
That's what makes everybody's palate different. It doesn't make you wrong or right.
Well, I know.
You're being honest.
Well, it just means I'm right. You guys are all wrong.
Okay.
Well, that's what that means. I know.
I haven't even tried it, so I
haven't
can't
smoked
say
it either.
anything.
No.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah. Really, no shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, wasn't a huge fan. I love Jose, but I'm trying to look. I mean,
you know what was good? Sorry, I jumped you, Logan. But I think we both liked the red label from Arandoza.
I did like that.
That was a pretty good cigar.
Yeah, I like that. I wasn't a huge fan of the Dante Vita Nova that was released this year.
Yeah.
It just kind of turned south for me. I did like the Black Label Trading Company Morphine, their new limited edition. I enjoyed that. I did like the Herrera Esteli Lancero. The Nunchuck by La Jugada. I love the guys. They're just a big freaking cigar.
Yeah.
Way too big. What's up?
Have either one of you tried the I'm probably gonna butcher it. Nortano by Willie Herrera?
Norteño. I did.
I so want to try that.
I did.
You did? What you think?
Well, it was on a nuke pallet, and I got one. So when you get one from Willie, you don't say, "Oh, Willie, I'm gonna save this." Right. You say, "I'm gonna smoke this." Willie.
Right.
I did. That stuck it right in my pocket.
No shit. I didn't have the balls, man.
Mine.
I was waiting for Big Cuba to lay the whooping down on my ass, man. I don't fuck with that guy. He's cool. But yeah, I smoked. I mean, it's definitely a far departure from. I wasn't a huge fan of the Herrera Esteli. I did like the Lancero, the limited edition.
Yep.
It's a little on the milder side. This is definitely a departure from that. I would say that if you are the kind of guy, and that's some broad base here, if you're the kind of guy that likes the kind of a Cuban-esque profile, you like more kind of Dominican style, but you don't like San Andreas because it's too harsh.
Yeah.
Smoke this because it's kind of you take what Willie does, but you bring in more kind of Nicaraguan tobacco, and you bring in that San Andreas, it's not overpowering. So for me, it was kind of a step down from like the Series D that I really enjoy, but I could see how someone could make the step up. I personally think it'll appeal to a lot of people.
Cool. I definitely want to give it a try. It's one of the ones
Well,
I'm looking
you know,
forward to.
and one everybody will probably jump on me for it, but one I was looking forward to try at some point is the Rocky Cameroon. I love a Cameroon. I know Logan. Yeah, I love a Cameroon. I'm smoking an LFD Cameroon cabinet right
I'm
now.
just sitting here going,
But I mean, with the Cameroon wrapper, I'm just curious how it compares to like the vintage Cameroon that he released before. Yeah.
The 2003. Well, I'll tell you what my thoughts are about that offline.
Did you smoke the Nirvana, the Royal Gold Nirvana?
Who, me?
No.
No, I'm asking Mike.
No, I haven't.
That's got the Cameroon wrapper on it. That was a pretty good cigar. Royal Gold. It's made by Drew Estate for Royal Gold, called the Nirvana. I think we did a group review on that or something. I liked it, but that wrapper is so finicky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wrapper's a bitch.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, it's
It
so,
is, but
it just breaks so easily. But if you get one that's good, I agree with you. It's got a lot of character to it. It's not a wrapper that I've really sought out, but it seems like whenever I get a cigar that performs well, and it's got that wrapper on it, is pretty good.
Oh, I got another one I forgot about.
Go ahead.
And I hate to do this, and I hate to give this guy any credit because he can be such an asshole. But I love this guy to death.
I love
Skip.
Logan.
It's Skip Martin. And Skip's an ass. He thinks I'm an ass, but we're like good friends. It's a weird thing. But I've loved everything Roma Craft has done. I love it. I can't say enough about the quality of the cigars, their price point, Esteban, their factory. I was down there for a week this year. It's a mind-blowing thing. Even though I've already smoked it, I smoked samples when I was down there, but I'm very excited to now see the production of their brand new Neanderthal for a couple reasons. One is, dude, it's gonna be the strongest cigar I think you've ever smoked. They use the freaking Green River.
Mike won't be smoking. No.
Yeah, Rob will probably be shitting his pants when he smokes it because it'll fuck you up. Dude, it's fucked me up when I smoked it. But I'm very interested to see how the full production is on it. And two, I'm very interested to understand how sales are because it's in a 50 count box. And this is the thing I don't understand. I'm going to go on a rant here for a second.
Wow.
I understand, like, rule 3 of the cigar business, people in the cigar business aren't business people.
Yep.
Well, I'm a business guy. Like, and I get the idea of like, ooh, you put 10 cigars in a box versus a 50 count box, your box cost is lower with 50 in it. I totally understand. I grasp that concept. Now, something like the Rothschild or the Tattoo, where it's a cheaper cigar, that's not too bad. That makes it even cheaper. But something like the Epicurean Santeria, where it's a $12 cigar, or you've got the Cromagnon, it's a $12 cigar, that's a fucking nut for a retailer to put up. And especially with like the Santeria, you've got 3 different Vitolas.
Yeah.
So that's 3 nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, you were working overtime on this shit, trying to nut this shit up.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. I do not get it.
I agree with you 100%. It's like the Epernay Limon. I love that cigar, man.
There you go.
50 count box. I'm broke by the time I buy the box. I'm not buying nothing else for a while. Granted, it's a great stick. I can smoke it all day like crap. But it's still, I get what you're saying. But then again, like you said, from a business standpoint, it's cheaper for them to do it that way.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I'm very curious.
Me personally, I love the 10 count boxes. I think that's a great idea to do. I don't care. Get rid of the box. Put it in a freaking bundle. I really don't care. I mean, honestly, I do not care about that box that much that I have to have it. But, I mean, the 10 count box, it's nicer to go. You can buy something at the cigar shop, and your wife doesn't pull out a shotgun when you get home. It's just a lot nicer price point for people to have. So, I don't know. Just me.
Yeah, from a consumer standpoint, 10 count box is it gives me the opportunity to try a bunch of different stuff.
Right.
Ultimately, I'm more of a 5-pack guy. I don't really invest in a box unless it's something that just blows me away, like the Mr. Sam's. Like I went through boxes and boxes of those things. Coincidentally, 10 count box. But it's a 50 count box is a nut. Like Logan said, I would have picked up a box of those Tatuaje tattoos right after I smoked the first one. I went and looked online I'm buying a box, so but fifth slot. And Logan, are they putting bands on the Neanderthal? Because the samples we got didn't have bands.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know about in the long term. In the short term, on the cigar, it's just on the back in the cello. There's a little thing that says Roma Craft Neanderthal. So it's a step up from whenever they had their unbanded shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, what am I smoking 5 months later?
You know, but like, what
at
is
least
this?
This one is. It's a different Vitola, so at least you can tell it that way.
Right.
Well, it's true, and it's like this. He said it's like the Neanderthals. You know how they have the long ass head and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's got that block head kind of deal. It's a cool looking cigar. I mean, I'd tell everyone to go in if you have in your local retailer, pick one up. I think it's a far departure. I mean, it's if you like the dark crunch, you like the double the Harrows for breakfast, like I do, you're gonna enjoy the cigar. So
it'll hurt me.
Yeah, I don't see you smoking it. That's for damn sure. I mean, I would love to see you smoking it live, but I don't see you smoking that cigar. I'm just smoking. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, guys, we might be having a little bit of bandwidth issue here. I'm getting a little choppiness with the guys on Skype. So if you're
I'm getting a little.
So it might actually just be a Skype thing too. So we've had that before. But anyway, tell everybody we're getting closer to the end, but give everybody times, dates, locations, everything for your show, and when everybody can tune in.
Rob.
I'll be honest. I'm having some issues here. And what was the question?
I heard it. Let me just say. So go to Cigar Federation. You'll find everything there. There's a lot of shit going on. If you look at the top on shows, you'll see the schedule. It's typically on Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern. Sometimes we'll mix it up. But we also have a lot of other shows. We have a pairing show called Sharing Our Pairings on Wednesday. We have Stogie Geeks after Cigar Chat on Thursdays. We have Half Ashed on Fridays. TBD on Pike Show. Also have a member herf on Monday where you can join. We try to invite manufacturers where you can sit down and smoke a cigar with a manufacturer kind of in a group setting, which is cool. And then we have reviews every day of the week. So, I mean, there's always something going on every single day at Cigar Federation.
There you go, folks. And we'll have a link to their website and everything down the show notes and all that with the video when we get it up here. But yeah, I don't know, Logan, are you having problems with getting cracky audio and everything from people, or?
No, I mean, shit. I mean, well, that's why I took the question, because I heard you perfectly.
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy for me, but
that's all right. Well, let's end it like this. We're not going to end with our normal question because we asked it before. I'm going to end it this way. I'm going to put you both on the hot seat. I know Logan won't have a problem with it, but I think Rob might. I want the best cigar you smoked and the worst cigar you smoked at IPCPR.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the best.
Hold on.
The best
I got to look at my
easy.
list of what I smoked real quick. Hold on.
All right, go ahead. Rob can answer that if he knows.
The best for me is easy. The La Colmena from Warped was the best cigar that I smoked.
Yeah.
The second best cigar that I smoked is an upcoming release from Cabal Cigars. Chris over at Cabal has it's not a full Lancero. I don't remember what exactly the size was, and he gave me some details on it, but I'm sworn to secrecy. But when you see something the next thing coming out from Cabal is pretty damn good. And I like their original release too. So the worst thing that I smoked.
I should say the worst, the least impressive one. That's
the least. Okay, that's a better way to put it. The least impressive thing that I smoked. Oh man. I didn't smoke a ton of the new stuff because, like Logan was saying, if you get one, I mean, we were getting one or two samples of things.
Right.
And so most of them I've kept and brought home.
All right. How about you can't go from my piece. What's the least favorite cigar you smoked so far this year?
Oh, God, the Payback is probably up there.
I'm going to agree with you on that one, 100%.
It just didn't. And like I had mentioned, the La Antigüedad from, we smoked something from Back 9, or what was the Swinger cigar?
Hey man, I didn't review that. I have no part of that review. It's a golf oriented cigar, and I think that they've got a pretty good idea because they've got one called the Front 9, which is like a Connecticut, and the Back 9 was a Brazilian something or other wrapper, and it was just
I mean, I don't think that we, like cigar nerds like us, are the target demographic
Right.
for this thing.
Right.
I mean, you put it in a little 2-pack, you put it at your golf pro
group,
shop, and I can pick up 2, and I don't ever really normally smoke, and I can get 2 of them. Great. I think they'd sell the shit out of them if they did that.
Right.
But that cigar did nothing for me. There was one that I smoked at the show, and I kind of only got like through an inch of it, and as soon as I could walk away, I threw it out, and I can't remember what it was.
That's all right. Well, we'll come back to you if you remember.
I'll noodle on it.
All right. What about you, Logan?
The worst cigar, and
Least impressive.
Least impressive. We're trying to be polite.
Okay. The one that I had very high expectations for, and it was a letdown for me. And brother, Gary, I love you, bud, but the Cape Narctum.
Oh wow.
Just was not my jam, man.
Okay.
I was very surprised. I smoked one on a pretty clean palate, and then I've got another one for review. But I don't know. It was just kind of, I don't know. That was the best.
Your favorite?
And probably the best. I mean, there's several things I really enjoyed. And honestly, at the show, what I try to do is not smoke the new stuff. Because my palate's nuked. I try to smoke stuff I've already smoked that I know that I like.
Right.
But the new stuff that I smoked, and I got to give this guy credit, was the new Nomad C276. Like, I feel like every other thing Fred does, I really like. And like, it's like, I didn't like his original, the Nomad, the Esteli Lot 1386. Like, I bought like 6 boxes of that shit. The Connie, it was okay. But this C276, like, I don't know, man. It uses like 3 different Lajeros, uses Ometepe, Esteli, Condega. Like, it's good.
Right.
I mean, I'm very impressed with that cigar. So
cool.
Yeah, Norteño was good too, but we're gonna be reviewing. I mean, dude, we got like 60 reviews in the hopper.
That's good.
That's gonna be.
Make sure everybody goes over, check out their reviews, and check them out. So, you got anything you want to end it with there?
No. I think we covered it. Do you guys have anything that we didn't go over yet that you wanted to touch base on?
I mean, we really appreciate you guys having us on. We're gonna need to have you guys on here in the coming weeks. You guys invited us. You guys need to come over and crash at our house. But no, I mean, thanks for everyone listening. Thanks for coming and listen to 56 minutes of just total bullshit. And see you on Cigar Federation. You know, if you ever got a question, love to have you guys come over and check it out. Rob, what do you got, homie? You probably got something more insightful.
No, you I have nothing more insightful. You covered it. I mean, no, we definitely appreciate you guys having us on and let us cough things up and BS for an hour. Yeah, no, it's fun to come on a show like this, or when we have you guys on, where we can talk about a bunch of different cigars as opposed to just talking about one particular line or one particular company. So
now, isn't that something though with doing reviews?
And
I get this all the time. People go, "Oh, what's your favorite cigar? What's this? What's that?" I smoke so many different cigars all the time. It's just kind of hard, like you said. I mean, here we can cover so many things, but most of the time you just can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fun to kind of jump around and talk about different stuff, because I mean, maybe we've talked about some things that you guys have never thought about smoking, or vice versa. You know, I mean, so it's because there's so much stuff out there. I mean, we are pretty lucky with the sheer volume of new things that come on the market. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I mean, in the ADD type society that we have now, it's nice that there's so many different things to always try. I feel like I could go the next month and a half, 2 months, and not smoke the same cigar in back-to-back days.
Right.
You know, because there's just so much, just the sheer volume. But I mean, like I said, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, gentlemen, we appreciate you taking the time out. Logan, I hope you feel better, man. Thanks for being a trooper.
No problem.
Man, we wish you guys nothing but the best. Thanks for joining us again today. Go now, spend time with your family, enjoy yourself, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Cool, homies.
All right,
thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
All righty. Volume's probably messed up again.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Well, thanks for all the new faces we saw in the chat room today. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Hope you come back here and check out Stogie411, where we do the show for you. And it was another good show. Good having the guys back on again. Always fun to have those guys back on. Hope Logan feels better. And early congrats when his baby's born. And yeah, so we'll let's see. We're not back until when? August 16th, I believe,
Yeah, I
right?
think it's something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, August 16th. We're back on August 16th. So come back. It's going to be a You Ask It show. We take your questions that day. So come back, hang out, smoke with us, have some fun, and that's it. So you got
That's
anything to
all I
add, Mike?
got. So, oh, and I just wanted to tell you I'm here at a tobacco company in Lemoyne again. So if you're ever up in this area and you have a chance to stop in, I'm usually here from early in the morning on through the show. Stop by, say hi, and it'd be nice to see you.
Yep. So that's it, folks. Thanks again. Have a good weekend. We'll see everybody soon.